So video one left us off in downward facing dog. We're going to take the right foot forward between the hands. Options here. If you have sensitive knees, keep that left knee off the mat, but keep that right knee stretching forward over your left heel. Right heel, left heel stretches to the back of your mat. Now, you can reach your right arm up to the sky, but if that pinches your upper shoulder, you're going to reach that arm towards the back of your body, maybe even all the way behind your back. Keep your chest widening, breathing into that space. But if you're looking for a little bit more quadricep stretch in that back left leg, go ahead and let that knee fall to the ground. Bend it, reach back for it if you have this kind of range of motion, but this isn't necessary. Breathe here, 3 breaths. And with an exhale, float that foot to the floor. Lower your right hand down, step back once again to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet, rotate your arms externally, so it means like you're turning your faucets opposite directions away from your thumbs. And as we activate through the core, we're going to help step that left foot forward and take the same stretch here on this side. Now again, you may want blocks. If the floor feels really far away from you, you can even use a couple of books if you don't have blocks handy because we're at home here. And then keeping left knee stretching forward, right heel stretching backward, twist. Open the chest, so don't worry so much about bending the back, but really opening up the rib cage. And lower the foot, lower the hand, step back, downward facing dog. So let's think about getting a little bit more active in our core here. So I want us to shift our weight forward over our wrists, distribute some of that weight into your fingertips, squeeze your tummy muscles in, and then we're going to lower the knees and hover them an inch off the floor. Stretch back, downward facing dog. Now squeeze the core and shift the shoulders forward, lower the knees, hover them, and then stretch on back. Now keep this activation of your core muscles present as you walk your knees forward and have a seat between your hands. Hold on to the backs of your thighs, sit on your sits bones, lift your chest to the sky. Now try to exhale and squeeze your abdominal muscles into your body, activating the deepest part of your core, this kind of corset muscle that wraps around our waist, and keep that corset activated. And if that muscle can stay strong, then go ahead and release your hands. But if we feel like some support is in order, go ahead and hold on. I hold on all the time. Keep the chest bright. Let your exhale draw in your belly button. Reach your arms forward if that feels good. Some people like to go crazy with their boats. I like to do gentle boats most of the time. One more breath. Squeeze the abdominals in. And then cross your ankles, plant your hands, return to downward facing dog. And just a loving reminder that we can at any time lower those knees, lower the hips to the heels, and experience child's pose as an alternative to whatever it is we're practicing in the video. So in child's pose, feel your rib cage expand. So imagine you have wings, angel's wings on your back, and they're going to fluff up with your inhale. And as always, on that exhale, draw in your abdominal muscles. Now lift yourself back up through to downward facing dog. And then activating your core, help walk your feet forward and stand in a fold. Exhale all of your air out. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, activate those abdominals, and we're going to come up to standing. Stretch your arms out and up. And draw gratitude right back down into your heart. So we want our core active for some balance. So you're going to shift your weight to your right foot. I'll do my left so you'll be a mirror in the video. I don't know if it works that way. Bend your right knee, left knee, whichever one you're doing first, and open the not standing leg out to the side, so we're externally rotating that hip. And then find a focal point, something out in front of you that does not move. Stare at it, and then lift your balancing foot onto the standing calf muscle. Or you can take it above the knee, but don't put it on the knee. Some of you with a lot of external rotation are going to put your foot way over here. But keep the core strong. Try not to stick the bum out when you do that. Really draw up to the belly button. Great. Notice which way your foot tends to go. Is it trying to roll in and collapse your arch? Do you tend to roll out and lift your big toe? Can we find a sense of a happy Dr. Scholl footprint in the mat as we do our standing balances? Keeping the navel drawn in as always. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, go ahead and release your foot. Switch sides. Engage to the core. Externally rotate the one that's not standing. Don't sink into the standing hip. Feel a puppet string drawing you up into that long line. Activate the core. Put your foot in the same spot that we found on the first side of our tree pose, Vrksana. The yogis call this. Big breath in. Waver and exhale. To place that foot on the floor, you'll notice if balance ever starts to waver, chances are the mind is what jumps off the balance mat before your body does. And so the goal is to stay present the whole way through. So let's work our way back into downward facing dog. So bend your knees, put your hands on the mat, walk your feet back, relax your neck as you evenly distribute the weight from hands into your feet. So if you feel all the weight into your hands, maybe walk your feet up a little bit and squeeze those core muscles in. Breathe.